Hi, my name is Kelly Thornhill. I am the founder of Family of Earth, a company that promotes hope for our humanity. It highlights the beauty that we have within us, and our goal is to really try to connect each other more in a more meaningful way, just by highlighting values that we have in today's world. Now, truly, the company started with products. We started with DNA results products. So when you got your DNA results, what do you do after that, right? You guys like, okay, so I'm this and this and this and this. So, okay, but we wanted to create products that would celebrate those results. So that's how we started, things to wear or display them. And so I loved this Momondo video that was put out about 5 or 6 years ago. It was quite some time ago, and they do lots of fabulous videos about, coming together from around the world and being unified and seeing each other, as really one big family that we are. And I just love them. And so there's this one particularly that kicked it off for me. And it was where they all got their DNA results after some conversation that kind of made you feel like there was some animosity here between some of these different people that were in this room, between the different countries. They thought their country was the best country in the world, and they wouldn't want to, have DNA that came from like some other countries and stuff like that. And so they all came back later with their DNA results, and they found out that they were really people of the world, and that all of them had the people that we saw in the interview, they all had parts of countries that they weren't really fond of. And anyway, it was a beautiful thing to see those borders just melt off of them and their hearts just open up to each other. And I just thought that was kind of a miracle that we have DNA to prove that, that we are all connected. And that's just beautiful to me. So I wanted that to be the mission of the company, was that message. And to just really embrace that and remind people, because truly perspective is everything. When we see each other as the people that we really are, connected family of Earth, we treat each other differently, right? Like we just do. And so that is so fundamental to me to in life. That's always been the way I've been thought, that I think about each other. And I think a lot of that reason is because as a member of the Church of Jesus Christ, we even call each other brother and sister, to remind each other that we're all family. And so it's been a part of my life. I was 3 years old when my parents joined the church, and and so I'm still an active member now. And it's a part of who my vision and the way that I see people in the world. And I know that a lot of people do. And I also know a lot of people don't think about it that way. And so really I'm speaking to both of you. I'm speaking especially to the people that maybe need to be reminded. And for those of you that do, to maybe help me promote this message so that more people could see each other as a family. And this company isn't speaking to just Christians. It is speaking to the world. And I've tried really hard to keep my own religious faith out of this, because this is about the fact that I am a part of this world and that we're all a part of each other. And so that is like so much more than any one faith, really. And so I wanted to be non-denominational for that reason. And just really inclusive of everybody, because a family of Earth, it is inclusive of everyone. I have like this mission statement that I was working on earlier this year, and as I continued developing it, and the mission statement was all about our connection, and as I continued developing it, and then I wanted to work on some values, things that we can work on and to be more connected and to be better people. But what can we do to get along and to be more unified? What are some of the attributes of unity that we can work on? And so I wanted to just list them. And so I started like going through all the values in the world and like throwing this out, throwing that out, and I ended up with 15 parent values that create unity. And peace and love actually aren't part of them, because I realized pretty shortly in that they're actually the parents of all of the other attributes. Because peace is all about wholeness. It's about being together. So as you can see, it's very close to unity, because unity is also about oneness, right? But so wholeness is just that. It's the environment, really, of being together. It's the feelings that we have within, as far as peace. And then in the world, like, peace is when we're all fractured from one another, it's a lack of peace. But when we're together and unified, it's peaceful. And we usually prosper, and we have more charity, and we have more liberty and all of these other things. So peace is a beautiful, important part and apparent to all of these other attributes. So love is very connected with peace also, because it's the thing that brings us together and glues us together. It's the bond that keeps us together. And so love is super important. Anyway, so peace and love totally work as the parents. And so then I made all these little characters with my logo and had so much fun with it, little tagline definitions for each attribute. And then I thought, I just need to write a book. So then I went ahead and wrote a book. I put everything else on the side and just for 3 months straight, just really, really worked hard on defining these different attributes as people. And the reason why I did that is because I read a story years ago, and it explained faith, hope, and charity in a personified description. And it was just so much more powerful than just reading a definition of what they mean. It helped me to see them in my mind, and it helped me to have some emotional connection to them. And so I wanted to do the same thing with these attributes. So I did. And it took me a long time, but each word, each phrase, each detail of each attribute, I just want you to know I poured my heart into it, and they're all there for a specific reason. And I want us to learn from them. I want us to read them, and there's just I'm just so grateful for everybody from the past. I'm talking ancestors, historians, that have really taught us so much about our humanity, and just to have so much to draw from, and then I was able to just take all of this blob of beautiful knowledge of our humanity and just break it down into 15 different categories, and then personify each one in a way that when you finish reading the whole book, it kind of feels just beautiful. And it's not that it's me writing beautifully, although I did try, but it's more that the attributes are just so beautiful. It's so uplifting, and it makes you want to improve in every area. And it gives you lots of ideas and ways to do that. So anyways, I encourage you to read it and to learn it, and then to teach it, and then to really be it. That's what my goal is, for us to really become these attributes in our lives. The other thing that I wanted to talk about today was the fact that our humanity is this shared bond between us. It is this beautiful part of us that I also think needs more attention. And that's another reason why I'm bringing up all these attributes of unity, because they are part of our humanity. They're within us. They're part of who we are, our society. And the more that we use them, the stronger and more beautiful that we are. But they absolutely are necessary for our humanity, because without them, we would not survive. We would be infants that would be born and never nurtured and die. That is a part of who we are. Unlike other mammals, out there, we need each other. And so that's a major message that I have to share in my business is just the fact that I even named my book Human, so it's important to remember that and to focus on it a little bit more. And I think it's important to teach it more at schools and to our children about the beauty that we have within us, and to all of us to feel that more. I have not given up on humanity, obviously. I do believe in us. I'm here to I want to give back some more hope to us and to come together. And I just feel like there's strength in numbers, and that our perspective is everything. If we see each other as the family that we are, it makes so much difference in how we treat one another. And I'm just grateful for this opportunity to have had a time in my life that I could focus on something so meaningful. And I hope that you appreciate it. And I invite you to join me. Not just read the book. I've also got products too that celebrate this whole idea in a fun way, because I'm just sort of a fun-loving person and I just wanted to do it in a fun way. So if you don't want to wear them, if you don't want to read them, I bet there's someone in your life that might. And so I just invite you to join with me as I move forward into this next decade, this next phase of our lives in a positive manner. Thinking about the fact that we're all connected and that we are truly a family of Earth.